Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video we are going over an insane deathless build with Dagath. With this build, Dagath can effortlessly decimate rooms of steel path enemies all while remaining untouched. This is a very active build that caters to a very aggressive playstyle, and I find it to be a lot of fun. As always, if I am enjoying a frame or build, I like to make a little video to share it. Before we get started, if you found this video interesting or helpful, please consider hitting those like and subscribe buttons. Also, if you would like to hang out and talk Warframe with me, you can catch me live on Twitch at twitch.tv/mycod. Now, without further delay, let's get started with Dagath's kit. Beginning with her passive, which states that collecting a health or energy orb has a 35% chance to be 300% more effective. This pseudo-equilibrium is great for assisting in ability spam and maintaining survivability. Dagath's first ability is Word Sight. When cast, blades circle Dagath briefly, then shoot out at nearby enemies. Any enemy hit is afflicted with viral damage and becomes susceptible to more Doom damage. Doom is Dagath's 2. This ability marks enemies, and a portion of damage Dagath deals is redirected to them by a word sight, inflicting viral damage. This is a good priming ability to use with her other abilities. However, this build is using the augment for her 3, which makes this ability a bit redundant, so this is my recommended subsume slot. For this build, which leans into melee influence spam, I put Warcry on her to speed up her melee attacks. Dagath's 3 is Grave Spirit, which when cast grants bonus critical damage, which is further enhanced against doomed enemies. This ability also allows Dagath to avoid death by entering an immune state when receiving a fatal blow. Additionally, this build utilizes the augment for this ability, Spectral Spirit, which lets Dagath enter spectral form upon cast of Grave Spirit, and all of her attacks inflict doom. Also, this augment reduces Grave Spirit's cooldown by 1 second per kill. Lastly, Rakali's Cavalry is Dagath's 4th ability. This ability summons Phantom Case that charge forward, armor stripping, and inflicting viral damage. This ability is great for clusters of enemies, as the charging case will prime enemies for follow-up attacks. Now that we have discussed her kit, let's take a look at the mod setup for this build. There is a good bit of flexibility here for player preference. Just spec in the strength and duration, throw on the augment for Grave Spirit, and mod the rest to fit your playstyle. This setup went heavily in the strength and duration, because with this amount of strength, Dagath can deal over 300% bonus critical damage to doomed enemies, as this bonus is equal to her strength stat. And with this amount of duration, we can stay invincible, dealing out doom damage via Spectral Spirit for 25 seconds at a time. So my mods are mostly stat boosting mods with the augment for her 3 and an equilibrium mod to pair with her passive to help facilitate ability spam when out of spectral form, as some active shield gating helps keep Dagath alive between casts of her 3. As for arcanes, I am running Molt augmented for even more ability strength. I am also running Arcane Fury to boost my melee weapon damage even further. And my shards consist of 1 yellow casting speed shard, 2 red duration shards for another 3 seconds of invulnerability with Spectral Spirit, and 2 purples for melee critical damage. This shard setup helps round out some stats and adds even more crit damage to my melee. As for my loadout, this build utilizes my Blast Influence Nami Solo to great effect. All of the bonus crit damage from Grave Spirit, paired with a room clearing melee, lets Dagath chain instances of Spectral Spirit. My primary and secondary do not get used that much with this build. I do, however, recommend putting on Dexterity Arcanes for your melee combo counter. Outside of that, it's player preference in these slots. And lastly, for my companion of choice, I am running my Death Cube with its Augment Energy Generator, as well as Synth Deconstruct for energy and health orbs, respectively. Dagath's passive, paired with Equilibrium and this Death Cube setup, makes it so I have a surplus of ability energy at my disposal. With the build fully discussed, let's see it in action again. As mentioned before, this is a very active build that encourages aggressive play. I begin each mission or encounter by heading to where there's the most red on my minimap, and I cast my word sights and spam my arsenal. With the amount of health and energy generation and efficacy, Dagath's energy will be topped off consistently. Once I can cast Grave Spirit, I do so and proceed to create a path of destruction while invincible, spamming my melee influence Nami Solo with an insane amount of extra crit damage via Doom, satisfyingly clears rooms with ease. When Spectral Spirit ends, I cast abilities to keep my shields up and continue to shred enemies to quickly gain my 3 back to rinse and repeat. The resulting gameplay loop makes for a very powerful and fun build that annihilates Steel Path missions all while remaining unscathed. I love this build and continue to use it throughout my dailies and weeklies. But what about you? Have you tried Dagath? What are your thoughts on this build? Let me know in the comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.